Well, you guys play Lucy and Hicks in the new film Priest. Can you tell us a little bit about your characters?
Well, Lucy starts out as kind of the damsel in distress, teenage girl in love, coming back from a little secret rendezvous with her boyfriend Hicks, and she gets kidnapped by the vampires, and she's used as leverage to restart the war because they know that her uncle is a priest, is one of the main priests. So she goes through her entire journey on the train where she's locked in a cage, seduced, starved, kidnapped. Meanwhile, Hicks, priest and priestess, are coming to find her, so it's two different storylines happening at the same time, and she starts to show potential when she starts to kind of clock her surroundings and use skills that are very priest-like because it's in her blood, and she turns into a fighter in the end. So she's kind of a cool polar opposite character at the beginning and the end.
Yeah. And Hicks, he starts off with he's a guy who has never thought and has probably been told that he's never been good enough, and so he kind of lives with that, and and the fact that the person that he loves is actually kidnapped, and the fact that he can't protect her, and he's a sheriff, and so he kind of battles with that, and so he knows that he'll do whatever it takes, and so he finds priests, and he goes on this journey to save the person that he loves, and he'll do anything and stop at nothing to save the person he loves.
How hard is it to fight an enemy that's not on set with you? Because the vampires were CG.
Yeah, no, that was it was tough, but you kind of know you're in good hands, and you're not going to end up fighting like some
morphed version of something
silly, and so you kind of jump in and use your imagination and play around and kind of have fun with it. It's one of those things that you can actually just create whatever you want, and that's easy.
I mean, the Familiars and Black Hat were physically there with me. The Familiars had prosthetics and crazy makeup, so I got to actually interact with real people. I didn't have any guys with dots or ping pong balls.
Right.
Well, what are some of your favorite vampire films?
Ooh.
Twilight.
Twilight.
I have to say that right.
Oh my gosh. Did I catch you off guard?
Yeah, that's just such a hard question.
It's not like something that I'm intrigued by vampires. I'm intrigued by fantasy, and magic and stuff like that. So, but vampires in general, it's not like a thing that I've always.
The vampires are so different. They're creatures. They're monsters, beasts who were trained to hunt, and so. We never really were like, oh, let's make a vampire movie. It was, we're making this movie about, a journey of finding the person that we love who was taken from us. And so
vampires happen to be in them.
Yeah, and those are, but the ultimate enemy is Black Hat, who's, a vicious, at once a person.
He's the new breed. I mean, he represents kind of like the new breed.
So, yeah.